Greetings viewers, I Hilariously Scary, and welcome back to my yearly redraw series where every New Year's I redraw my avatar. I was actually kind of scared to go into the drawing this year because I really liked how the old drawing looked. I was actually rewatching last year's speed paint for it, and I said in the speed paint that I thought it looked really good this year, which meant it was probably gonna look really bad next year, and I swear it was a prophecy. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy because I don't really like how this year's turned out. I feel like somehow it just kind of looks muddy for some reason, and I tried to fix it. You'll notice at the end, actually, the version that I stopped the recording at is different from the final version. That's because I saved it and I changed my icon on Instagram to it. Also, I kept on tweaking it and changing it and looking at the icon and tweaking it a bit more. So I ended up tweaking the shading on the face a bit. So it's not that different, but it's a little bit different. I don't really, there's something about the piece that just doesn't really connect with me. My sister was like, if you don't like it, just redraw it. But I'm not sure exactly what about it needs to be fixed. I think it's just because the styles are so different. Like, it's hard to see an improvement between 2018 and 2019, I guess, since it's gonna be next year's avatar. It's more of just the style is so different, it's hard to even compare the two almost. And you might notice that the hair is actually different between the two. I went back and forth on this because it's supposed to be a depiction of myself. And the first few years, like normally I keep my hair kind of shoulder length, but this year I got a pixie cut. And I was like, should I draw the shoulder length to make it a proper redraw, or should I draw my hair as it is right now? And I looked back at 2018 when I had my hair dyed, or 2007, I don't know. I looked at last year when I had my hair dyed red, and I did color the hair red, even though my hair is like a dusty, dirty blonde, light brown, something of the type. So I was like, okay, I'll just draw the pixie cut, even though it'll probably only be accurate for like 2 months because I'm gonna grow my hair out again. So every year I like to take a look at 3 things that I think I improved on this year and 3 things that I would like to improve on this year. I was watching my old speed paints and listening to what I wanted to improve on this year, and they kept on talking about like, oh, painting and like animation, and I'm like, ooh, I didn't do that. So what I do think I improved a lot on is composition, which is really interesting because I did not set out to improve on composition at all. I did have a general, I want to draw more backgrounds, but it's actually quite curious because in 2017, I would almost always draw characters just in these static poses with like just very simple backgrounds, if any background. But this year I actually started like incorporating some like more interesting backgrounds and like some foreground elements. I think it's because I spent so much time like trying to make my sketchbook pages look nice and like thinking about how the shapes influence each other and colors and such, that it actually kind of influenced my digital art, and like, I don't know, something about making my composition look better. I mean, I by no means mastered the element of composition. I still think that there's a lot of room for improvement, and I look forward to looking more into composition in the future, but I'm really proud of how far I've come in that. Another thing that I think I've improved on is shading, even though I didn't quite demonstrate it well in this piece. I have actually been doing some paint studies that I didn't upload, and I've been trying to learn more how to paint, and trying to learn how to paint has actually helped my shading a lot. You can tell the shading between last year's piece and this year's piece is very different. Obviously, it's different styles. I have more soft shading in this piece and more subtle shading in the last piece, but especially with the hair, there's like a big difference in the quality, I guess. I didn't do so great in the face aspect. I was trying to like apply the things I learned about studying faces when painting to like trying to put it on my face, but it just ended up looking weird and muddy, so I ended up taking it away. But I do think in general I improved on shading. And the last thing I think that I improved on this year is just anatomy in general. I think that I've gotten a lot better at drawing bodies. I think that like I've almost got it. Like this is the first time that I've really been able to draw bodies that look good, even though like they still look a bit off and like I still mess up a lot, but I think that I'm really getting there. And like I mean, I don't think that I've almost mastered anatomy, but I think I've almost gotten comfortable enough to be able to create competent pieces more often, if that makes any sense. Getting into the 3 things that I want to improve on for this year, I do definitely want to improve on anatomy. So I'm going to be taking figure drawing classes a lot more seriously. I'm going to try to like draw more from models and hopefully really get a handle on how exactly the human body works. And if that means trying to draw naked people, then gosh darn it, I will do it. Another thing that I want to improve on, and I know that I say this every year, but gosh darn it, I really need to improve on it, is just stamina in general. I feel like I've gotten better at stamina, but there's still like, it takes so much effort for me to like drag myself to start drawing. And I talk about my art highs, my art lows, and I want to have an art medium all the time. I don't want to be drawing 8 things a day or nothing for 8 days. I want to be drawing like 3 things a day and then like kind of just even stuff out, you know? I'm like bipolar whenever it comes to art. I swear, it's so annoying. So I want to try to get consistency. So maybe I'm thinking about preventing myself to draw so much when I'm in an art high and forcing myself to draw when I'm in an art low to hopefully even things out. But I might just have to live with this art high, art low situation for the rest of my life. And if that's the case, you know what? As long as I'm drawing. And the final thing I want to improve on is colors. This is kind of a weird concept to explain, but I want to get better at picking colors. There's a lot of artists out there that really seem to get colors and understand which colors to pair with which colors. While I'm out here like, I think that bright purple and bright orange and just a tad of mud green would look great for this piece. And then I'm like, oh, it doesn't look great. So if I could just, and I've been trying to like mess around with like overlays and like color pickers to try to get better colors, but I just don't get it. So I need to take some color theory like classes or something to just do the colors better. So thank you so much for joining me on my 2018 journey of art, and I hope that you enjoyed watching me redraw this icon, and I hope that y'all will be here for my 2019 journey, and hopefully I will actually accomplish the things I set out to do this time. Anyways, I'll see you next year. Bye! Also, I am eternally sorry for the mic quality. I'm actually at home right now for the holidays, and I could not find a way to bring my microphone because I had way too many clothes, so I left it back in Florida. I'm using my earbud microphone. So sorry about the cruddy mic, but it'll be better later. Bye.